Hello, you utter wrong'un. Welcome to video 2 of 10 things you never knew about Alex Belfield. They say the truth is stranger than fiction, and in this video I'm going to use the words of a dear friend of mine, someone I've known since he was a teenager, which is a few decades ago. Yeah, in our heads we're still 21. But it's a dear friend of mine who, unbeknownst to him and unbeknownst to me, he crossed swords with Alex Belfield and didn't realise that Alex Belfield had connections to me. But I've been given permission to use my friend's words to illustrate that you may get one idea of a subject and you're told it's a witch hunt. I'm telling you the truth. I'm the voice of reason. But let me tell you something. And thank you to Arm for allowing me to do this. Oh, why do they call him Arm? It's like a baby's arm with an orange in it. Thank you to Arm for allowing me to use this. He's given me complete free rein to use it as I wish. So at the end of this video, you'll be able to fill in the blanks. You'll be able to join up more of the dots. This is exclusive, and you won't have seen or heard this anywhere else. You won't have seen or heard this side of the story anywhere else. So the convicted stalker was Mr. Double Standards in everything that he did. He would point the finger of blame and be guilty of the very thing he was accusing others of. He told you that he was fighting for free speech. It was a witch hunt. Whilst he was guilty of trying to cancel the voice of truth of others. Fighting for freedom of speech, my hairy backside. He would call other people liars, as he has done in this, in the text of this video that I'm about to read to you, whilst feeding lies to you. I'm going to sue the BBC. Give me your money. I'm going to sue Nottinghamshire Police. Give me your money. So I will use my friend's words to illustrate to you double standards. And as I say, the more you know, or the more you learn, the more you know. And you'll be able to join dots and fill in blanks. Adrian, it all started when the convicted stalker put a video up online from about a year previous to when we crossed swords, claiming that this was Benidorm now. He was claiming, the convicted stalker, that Benidorm had gone back into lockdown and they weren't telling holidaymakers. So that the holidaymakers were still paying to go over to Benidorm, hotels, flights, food, but then being confined to their hotels. I told Alex this was simply untrue, and I showed him videos to prove it. He called me a liar and said that he'd been reliably informed. That'll have been, it was on the Sun and the Daily Mail website then. I said that I lived in Benidorm and would go live to prove that he was lying. I did so about half an hour later. And then Alex Belfield blocked me and told his fans of the Voice of Reason that I was in on the scam just to get tourists over to Benidorm. The video he posted was from about 10 months prior. Now, if you remember the timeline, we all went into lockdown, I mean virtually worldwide, from about March 2020. We were told in the UK for 5 or 6 weeks. And then we were sort of allowed out of our cages by the time we got into sort of spring 2021. So the convicted stalker put this video up in 2021 that was actually from 2020. So I'm going to read you verbatim, word for word, what my friend sent to Alex Belfield. Oh, Mr. Belfield, dear persecuted Mr. Belfield, this is not the truth you are speaking, nor anything like it. In your desperation for likes, clicks and subscriptions, you have forgotten about the young man who set out to be the voice of reason. You are choosing to skew the truth for your own infamy. Arguing that it must be true because the Sun and the Mail also reported it is akin to saying that the dinosaurs didn't exist because there's none in the Bible. You are stating, or rather suggesting, that there is no fun in Benidorm at present, and I beg to differ. Other than wearing masks when not sitting down, nothing much else has changed. When consuming food and drink, or when on the beach, by the poolside, in the pool or the sea, performing, singing, playing, dancing, it is very much business as usual. People are still even allowed to dance, as long as they do so at their own table, whilst maintaining a safe social distance. Blimey, remember social distancing. And as long as they put their masks on to do so. As you will see from this, or rather anyone reasonable and rational will see from this, there is nothing vile or vitriolic about my comeback. I'm merely stating the truth and painting a true picture of what is happening in Benidorm. Workers are working, entertainers are entertaining, and holidaymakers are having a fabulous time, if slightly different to what they're used to. I'm aware that you'll never back down. You'll never admit that you're wrong, which you most definitely are. You won't even apologise for your lies, but if you do wish to tell the truth, feel free to contact me and I'll show you the irrefutable truth. I look forward to your right of reply. So rather than give you an opinion, and as I said at the beginning of the video, you will be able to fill in more blanks and join the dots, I'm fighting for free speech while cancelling others. Telling my friend, whom I know to be one of the kindest, most honourable people that I've ever known in my life, and I've lived a few years, he would literally give you his last penny or the shirt off his back. He's a wonderful man and a great entertainer, to be fair. I'm going to leave the final word with him. He says, Adrian, I honestly just think he was desperate for attention, as usual. Because the more acts, workers and business owners got onto him, the more fervent his posts became. He had drawn blood and wanted to suck and feed as much as possible. Now you can make your own mind up. Maybe you did see the actual video. If you remember the timeline, in and out, in and out, in and out of lockdown. Spain was one of the first places that we were allowed to travel to, remember? But Alex posted on the Voice of Reason that my friend and others were in on a scam, and the scam was to get the holiday makers out of Benidorm, fleece them of the money, send them home, having not really had a holiday other than being confined to their hotels. My final word on this: how can someone contain so much hate and want to hurt others so badly? You can make your own mind up. I'll leave you with a couple of comments, because this is online. I'm just not allowing you to know where, simply because I don't want others to be trolled, piled on, or have anything else happen to them. Doing it for protection. Somebody commented on what my friend said online. They said, people making shit up should be fined. They create fear and they destroy people's lives. Half of what you see is made up. A vile, nasty piece of work, says another, who has been sacked from more local radio stations than I've had hot dinners. He's constantly trying to crowdfund to take the BBC and my local BBC radio personality to court for supposed libel. Only he's got no case. He's got no case to bring, so he simply makes YouTube videos calling them everything under the sun. He's got no West End theatre to have a go at the moment, so he's looking where entertainment is happening. That's just a couple of numerous comments. So video 2 of 10. This one, Belfield versus Benidorm. And you may remember the video that was uploaded. He never apologised. Just blocked those that were telling the truth in support of his own narrative, which was wrong. Thank you for your likes, your subscriptions, but most of all your indulgence. My name's Adrian Allen, and I look forward to seeing you in video 3 of 10. next.